Hey, welcome to another episode of the Bob Experience. So, I've enjoyed playing Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection for the past, say, month now. And something I want to talk about is how I think Shao Kahn is, to me, my most despised video game villain. And I would like to share the reasons why. That's what I want to talk about in this video. For one thing, the way he taunts you and during the fight and after the fight's over, after he's won a round or after he's won the match, pointing at you, saying you weak, pathetic fool, you suck, and these other things. And I remember with the second one, after you're on the floor, knocked down, he'll if he's close enough, he'll walk up to you and then he'll point down at you and say, "Is that your best?" Or some other comment, some other taunt. And if you haven't played Mortal Kombat and you think, "Oh, it's a little bit silly," but the thing is, like a lot of video game bosses, they're fighting bosses. They get like overpowering, like they're OP. Where I'd have to face him over and over again just to beat him, uh, depending on who I was playing as. Uh, and I'd get frustrated, like to the point of almost rage quitting. There's times where I wanted to like throw my controller at the TV screen after losing to him so many times, and him just continuing to taunt. Uh, and it was worst, I think, in the third game, and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, because he can also grab you too, and he had the not only the Shadow Ram, but the Shadow Ram that goes in the air too. And that was frustrating too. Like his not only his taunting, but the way he was his fighting him in the game, where he would just continue to spam you and hammer you with that shoulder charge, that shoulder ram, and also he'd pull out that hammer and hit you with that. Uh, he was harder in the third one for sure. Uh, Another reason I despise him is because of his character. He has lust for power, and I would say that it's safe to say he's a sadist. Um, Enjoys causing pain. Uh, he's doing going to do what it takes to you know gain gain power, gain control of Earth Realm. Uh, I'm just looking at the storylines uh, that he's been in. One of them like being with the reboots, where at the beginning he's over Raiden and basically saying that he's won and that he's going to be control in charge of all of reality. And then Raiden, of course, what he does is he does something with time travel, where he goes back in time to gives a message to his old self, and without going into too much detail, the Shao Kahn was defeated. Um, but the way he just has this arrogance to him, uh, and this lust for power that I mentioned before, it's frustrating. It makes me really angry. When I think about how he is, and and the things that he's done, right? He made a clone of Katana and being Melina, and he has like this lab that's operated with Shang Tsung, and like these flesh pits where they made clones. They do experiments on people, and one of the things they did was, yeah, create Melina, that clone of Katana, and there's that, and what he did with Sindel, with in one particular timeline where it wasn't him that killed King Jared, it was Sindel. Sindel betrayed King Jared to join Shao Kahn, and I despise that version of her. Thought she was terrible. I'm glad that she had I guess what you call like a face turn, like that term that you use like in pro wrestling, where someone goes from a bad guy to good guy or a good guy to bad guy. I think probably a storyline where I despised him maybe the most was in Mortal Kombat Conquest, where in the end he gets his revenge on everyone, including the villains. Where in the end it's just him and his sorcerers, and Raiden's he's left and he's becomes his prisoner. I hated the way that show ended. Hated it. But I gotta say though, it's satisfying to beat Shao Kahn, especially in Mortal Kombat 3, where screen like flips from just black and white, and then he explodes. It's good to finally beat him after the dozens and dozens of times of losing to him. Yeah, compared to other video game villains like Bowser, who's cartoonish, and Bowser actually can be likable, especially like when he teams up with Mario, plays party games with him, and rides go-karts with him. Bowser can be likable. I got one of these things here on my my desktop that I got like in a mystery box. Bowser can be a fun, likable guy, but Shao Kahn, oh yeah, he's rotten. I think he's right up there with probably Homelander, with fictional characters that can get on my nerves. Who's a character that you think is a villain that you despise, that you can't stand? Yeah, put in the comments below. All right, take care.